there's a lot of people in this world. I think the majority of people in this world are deceiving themselves. But I'd like to talk about maybe one specific type because I think a lot of people run into this. And I'm talking about medical doctors. And the one problem that we see, and it really stems back to the main problem that's going on, is people lack empathy. And I look at empathy as not having any limits. If you have empathy, true empathy, you care about the whole of God's creation. You don't segment something out. It's not like just caring about your companion animal and not, somebody else's. It's caring about every living being that's on this world. You feel their pain and suffering, and you even feel the pain and suffering of creation. And you see when it cries out, you have global warming and things like this. We don't think about it. But if we go back to the doctors, we have a very important aspect. Because they lack empathy, they also are deceiving themselves. They're not seeing, and there's plenty of evidence for it, they're not seeing the relationship between not harming animals and not eating them to human health. So not only are they deceiving themselves, as a result, they're deceiving their patients. And that, to me, is compounding the problem. Because if we want to deceive ourselves, we're not hurting anybody else. But if we don't do that, if we don't do that, then, and we're in a position to help somebody else, then by the way we feel, we're disturbing and deceiving somebody else and actually maybe harming them. Because all chronic diseases are curable, or most of them are, by changing your diet, by eliminating animal products. And I try not to deceive Zara here when she comes up, but she wanted to be in the movie this morning. But what we have to look at is the problem when people deceive themselves and they're in a position where people trust them and they deceive these other people who are trusting in them. And this happens, I would say, with 90% of the health professionals that we've run into. Now, maybe there's some others someplace else or certain types that are different, but what we're running into is this major problem of deceiving. And it goes on, we see it in all kinds of areas where people set themselves up as an authority, and then because they lack empathy, they pass that on to somebody else. And we have to live in God's heavenly will with unconditional love, compassion, and empathy. Amen.